Oh man, what a big day with the record inflation. How are Fantom and Near Protocol acting since the announcement of that horrible inflation figure? We've seen Bitcoin initially was up before the CPI reading, was up at 2.5%, falling down as far down as 2%, and then recovering all that up again. What a crazy volatile day. We're going to take a look at the Fantom chart. We're going to look at Near Protocol, and we'll wrap off to see what is going on post this CPI inflation data, and is there more downside ahead which we need to prepare for. Guys, smash up the like button if you appreciate this emergency video, not on my normal computer here. Just thought I'd quickly make this quick update here on the iPad and just get this to you nice and quickly. Guys, smash up the like button. As you can see here, Fantom, as we were discussing, was in this bearish continuation pattern here, right? It was in this rising broadening wedge, and as we saw, it spent too much time to the bottom here, and we got the breakdown to the downside as we predicted. Now, we mentioned the first level of support, pivot point number 1, would come in around this level. Let's move me out the way so you can see the numbers here. Would come in at around this point at 23. Now, we broke lower than that, and then we're looking to our next price target, which would come in at this pivot point here, which is about 20 cents. And then our last one would be, 19 cents. Okay, now you can see we've managed to pick up a little bit of support before that. I'm going to explain why that's happened, because it's to do with Bitcoin and the stock market. But we're seeing a little bit of support come in, and the question is now, is this support going to last? Is Bitcoin going to continue to try run up for a little while, or are we going to continue down? Because if we continue down, we could be heading to 20, we could be heading to 19, and then the worst thing is the price target from this breakdown of this type of pattern technically takes you to 16 cents, which has confluence with the 15 cents horizontal support we have from the previous year cup and handle pattern as well. So that's a really important level for us to keep an eye out here on Fantom. Now, as you can see here on the 4-hourly chart, you can see from our EMA ribbon, we're in a neutral pattern here, right? We we flip it positive, then we flip it bearish, then we flip it bullish, and then we flip it bearish. So we're in a sideways motion right now here on the 4-hourly. If we bring out the daily, however, you'll see exactly what's happening, and it's very obvious, okay? Because what happens is you have your move, you have your extended move to the downside, you recoil back into your EMA ribbon, you get sent back to the downside, you recoil back into your EMA ribbon, and you're getting pushed back to the downside again. And the question is, when is this wave going to come across? And will Bitcoin continue to get pressured to the downside? If so, these altcoins will continue to move to the downside and give us further opportunities to be buying the dip. And if you want to buy Fantom, if you want to buy Near Protocol, if you want to trade any of these moves, you can do so using BYBIT or BitGet. Links in the description. They're giving you guys free bonuses to go and trade, so do go check those bonuses out and have a practice trade with that. Now, as you can see with Near Protocol, same thing. Look at this daily chart. You can see we're in this triangle pattern. We're creating lower highs now, and we've got this horizontal support coming in as well. But again, just running into pressure into our EMA ribbon. If I switch this across to the 4-hourly here on Near Protocol, let's just pop that into the 4-hourly, move me out of the way. You'll see the same thing, right? The EMA ribbon showing a sideways pattern. But if we look at the pattern we're seeing, we're in this triangle. And if we break down from this triangle, we've got a little bit of support which comes in here at $2.90. So that's the kind of price target I'll be expecting here for Near Protocol. Now, we can rally back up to the side here, but I need to show you what the situation would need to be for Bitcoin for this to happen, for us to run up to here. So if I flip on over to the Bitcoin chart, what I want to show you is exactly what was going on. So what you can see here from this chart, from this visualization, is if I zoom into here, these are 4-hourly candles. So that first red 4-hourly candle is where the main CPI data came out, the wider stock market, the S&P had a really bad 4 hours there. And in fact, it was just within the 1 or 2 hours really where most of that falling happened. It was in that 1-hour candlestick. In fact, if I show you where you'll see most of that falling happen, there you go. And then as you see, is after that one candle there, the stock market started to pick up and Bitcoin managed to pick up. And now you can see you're back to where you started pretty much before the CPI data came out, which is very interesting because the CPI definitely has surprised to the upside, okay? We can see I've got the Fed rate monitor tool here, the tool I normally show you guys, and you can see that 75% of the market has now priced in a 1 basis point increase in the interest rate. Now, that was unheard of before. That was 7% yesterday, and literally through the day, that's changed to 74%. So I'm expecting more red over the long run. I don't think we're done just yet. And if I flick back over to the 4-hourly, you can see this channel which we're in, right? We're in this channel. Let's just show you here. We're in this little pattern here. And the question is, are we going to break down and start creating more pain to the downside? That's what we need to be looking out for. Now, if I flick on over to the daily on this same chart, what you'll see is the diagram I was sharing with you for quite a while now. And you could see every time that what was the behavior of Bitcoin? You touch the top of the channel, you got sent all the way back down. You consolidate, you get sent back down. You consolidate, touch the top, send back down. Consolidate, nearly touch the top there. And then we thought, okay, are we going down? So maybe what it is we could be getting is maybe, just maybe, we're in a bit of no man's land here. I can't tell you which direction we're heading in just yet, because the question is, are we going to run to the top of this channel, are we going to see a bit of a rally in Bitcoin and then the fall is yet to come thereafter? Because I still think we're going to fall. I don't think the macroeconomy is in a good space right now. Inflation is super high. It wasn't just the inflation reading in terms of the headline, because everybody's like, oh, you know, the headline's going to be high. Don't worry about it. We've seen energy costs come in. CPI is a lag measure. Yeah, I understand that. And we have seen commodity prices come down and some of the energy costs come down in July, which should show up in the next reading. But the core inflation was still high. Things were still high in there. We went through it: cereal, ice cream, various bits and pieces, meat. Inflation was still high on various of those elements. So that's not going to resolve itself. And we've still got another 14 or so days until the next FOMC meeting on the 27th. That's this white dotted line here. So we've got this space here to say, okay, what's going to happen? Are we going to remain a bit sideways until the FOMC meeting and then fall once Jerome Powell does a full basis point interest rate hike? Or are we going to try to have a little bit of a rally? So this is what I want to watch out for now is, are we going to get some green, or is this just a bit of a relief before a bigger fall to the downside? I personally am of that bias. I'm trending to the downside because, as you got to look here, look at the EMA ribbon, right? We got sent up here, we got thrown back down. Yes, maybe we can run back into our EMA ribbon. Maybe we can go up to 22,000 again, then get violently sent down by EMA ribbon. But either way, between now and the FOMC meeting of 26th, 27th of July, I'm expecting more pain and more downside. So I'll have my limit order set. I'll be looking to accumulate Bitcoin on some of those lower price points. I'm fully expecting us to go retest that 17,600 level. I know a lot of people are calling that the bottom is already in and we're done. I think that's easy for people to say when they see a little bit of green, but just the wide economic conditions are not suggesting that just now. Don't forget, we've also got a whole bunch of earnings, and I think over 75% of the S&P will have delivered earnings by the 29th of July. So that's pretty much by the time FOMC meeting happened, you would have seen a lot of the companies already giving earnings. So the markets will have a good idea of if we're seeing a global slowdown or recession, and they would have baked some of that in as well. So I'm expecting a lot of pain ahead. I can't see any catalysts for the upside just yet. We're going to have to just absorb it. We're going to have to wait for these price points to come to the downside and accumulate. As you guys know, I'm accumulating Bitcoin. I'm accumulating a little bit of Ethereum. If we fall below 1,000, I'll accumulate some more, but not currently accumulating any altcoins just yet. But I'm researching them heavily, making sure I know which are my favorite altcoins. Is it Fantom? Is it Neo Protocol? Is it Algorand? Which protocols am I looking at, such that when we start to eventually see our bottom, which I don't think we're near just yet, when we start to see that bottom and then we see ourselves climbing back up again, I'll be ready to accumulate those altcoins. Guys, don't forget to smash up the like button and subscribe if you appreciate this emergency video. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to check out BYBIT and BitGet, links in the description. Go watch this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.